also go here. Is there another prisoner here? Yeah, my attention span today is like really short. Aha, there's an ice element inside. So, it surely is a very good idea to free him. Hi! The frozen ice elemental. Isn't that just like what they
Asinine heat sack. Infected hog's carcass. You set this rat free, would you? Unleash the pustule Ansiger upon Hiberheim anew, and then retreat back to your teeming swamp.
What? What exactly is the prisoner... Scarlett. What exactly was the prisoner's crime?
This particular tuber is hated first and foremost among all others. He has been remembered in song and in story as the foulest abomination the womb of Hiberheim ever has or will produce.
So either he's like really good and that pissed them off, or he's really evil.
The Scarmansiger was a guard of the royal treasure before the days of our great Boreas. And he set his cursed eye upon the winter ring of the king, the symbol of his majesty's power. The fiend broke his oath of fealty to the crown and kingdom and stole into the room, snatching the ring and fleeing into the night.
So he's just a thief?
The king blamed his longtime rival for the theft, and a terrible war ensued. A war that decimated Hiberheim in landscape, population, and spirit.
I mean, there are quite the consequences.
Meanwhile, the rot-hearted Ansiger hid his crime and allowed the war to rage in the name of saving his own slimy yellow belly. Has he come forward, thousands of lives would have certainly been spared.
Okay.
When the truth came out at last, it was too late to reverse what damage had been done. But not too late to enact the highest price upon the Archfiend's head. An eternity of ice.
I mean... I can't talk to him first. Because it would be interesting to see his side of the story if they are telling the truth. Here's what I'm going to do.
The coward deserves every second of his confinement. We ought to leave him to the guards.
Let's do another conflict.
Guilty or not, the frigid fool knows how to get into the king's treasure room undetected. We have to find out what he knows.
And let's just skip the rock, paper, scissors, especially with just like 2 charisma against 5 or 6.
All right, we'll do it your way.
Fancy that! An eternal sentence overturned by an ape. We'll snap your arms like twigs before we'll see that slime set free.
Let's just hope that the ice elemental Ansiger helps us in the fight. Though I'm not sure how well ice can fight against ice. Dagger! Hi, carrot face. Like that. Bleeding eyes. Use elemental parrot.
Prepare to be cremated!
A really weird way of moving. Oh, and they can heal each other. Nice.
I strike from the soul of air.
Let's try to stun another one. Ah, come on. Nice. Yeah, come on. What do you do? Trying to freeze him? He's a snowman, dude. I'm trying to freeze my snowman. Wolgraff is frozen. What? The Snow Warden summoned another ice elemental? Very meta.
Turn up the heat!
Pretty nice because of the high resistance of Scarlett to fire. Doesn't really hurt that much to include her in the effects. Yeah, Wolgraff, let's just hope you spike that. Ah, sure. Ah. What is Jahan doing? Are you even acting? I love how they just explode and look like pieces of stone. Ah, he doesn't. He actually still looks like snow. Okay, let's heal up Wolgraff. And sad that summon doesn't disappear. But I mean, it's just a matter of time. Yeah, let's just use normal means to attack him. Here.
Criminy! I feel like a snowdrop on the first day of spring.
That
Tell
Aureus
me,
voice?
friend of mine, do I look as pretty as a winter flower?
Especially the winter
Wait,
flower sounds like
before you
Aureus.
answer, I believe fangs are it. You're lucky I saved your hide from those abominable snowmen.
Excuse me? You saved me? Oh, it's Scarlett. I can actually be a bit bitchy. So, we saved you, and for that, let's tell us, what do you know about the snow... what do you know about the King's treasure room?
Oh, only everything. You'll find plenty of chests bursting with gold and relics in there. But the real treasure is hidden away from unworthy eyes. If they stuck the winter ring back where I snagged it from, I can tell you exactly how I did it. That'll teach those snowflakes.
That'll teach those snowflakes.
You'll need one of King Skadi's talismans. Each of us royal guards were once granted one, but they were all destroyed after my escapade. All but one, for otherwise the ring would remain inaccessible.
Alright, so we need a talisman. I guess we have to equip it.
Where that talisman is hidden now, though, I cannot say.
Hidden.
But surely you inquisitive types can sniff it out.
Royal Guard talisman is the one we found. Nice. We already have it. An honorary amulet given to his best and brightest by the former Winter King.
Once you have it, make sure
Nice.
you wear it close to your heart and head for the treasure room. Stand proud, right smack dab in the middle, where you can see hills of gold stretching beneath your very feet.
Wolgraff is burning. Thanks for...
Soon, the ring will be
Thanks for the
yours
notice.
to grab.
Now he's healed and he won't burn to his death. Damn volcanoes. You know, I heard you were the cause of the Great War in Hiberheim.
Oh, that little commotion. I never paid it never mind myself. A lot of smoke over an incy-wincy fire. What was King Skadi thinking, starting such a hubbub over a teeny little ring?
I wonder how King Boreas came into power. He like killed King Skadi if it was just, I don't know, do elementals die of old age? I wouldn't think so. But once again, the question is if King Skadi was an elemental to begin with. I don't know.
Speaking of whom, is he still mad?
That's sometimes a little bit sad. That you, at some point in the dialogue, can't really react to anything. So it's like, he asked that, and if I ask more about Hiberheim, it would be just like, okay, bye. Tell me more about Hiberheim.
Well, I've got to admit, it's quite a bit more blizzardy around here than I remember. But there seem to be significantly fewer bloody battlefields strewn about.
You're saying that just standing right to bubbling lava and fireballs.
Come to think of it, I reckon things do feel a little funny, though. I kind of feel like bashing in a fire elemental's thick skull while his wife and children watch. Is that normal?
Oh my gosh.
If you're satisfied, I'll make haste out of here. The last thing I need is another set of fat snowmen on my trail.
You may leave. I've asked all I needed to know.
Then I reckon this is farewell. Thanks for busting me out of that icicle, by the by. I'd say I owe you one, but I hadn't got plans to run into you again.
I don't know. It was a wise choice to free him.
Oh, another one for the collection.
You say that about the wooden lock? Here's my collection of wooden locks. Yeah, nice. Oh, interesting. Oh, there's one.
Damn these elemental
Imp
fiends!
is alive.
How did we imps ever offend fire or
Lots and lots of
what
dead
shall I
Immaculates.
do now that you are dead? All alone.
Strong clawed firewall. That's great that you all walk through this poison. Yay, a mug of beer. And another imp maintenance.
Such tragedy. Such pointless loss of life.
Maintenance tunnel leading to the prison has been rigged with deadly explosive. Several workers died on their way out of it after installing the traps, which underlined the efficiency of their positioning. The sentinels of the prison itself make it impossible for a prisoner to escape the cell block. A state-of-the-art alternate activation system saves energy by still providing almost full coverage of the restricted area.
How did we imps ever offend fire or earth?
Let's talk to the imp. Wow. Did I just slip twice?
Such tragedy.
Oh well.
Such pointless loss of life.
What imp?
So, you have tracked me down, have you? The last hour of Act 6 strikes. He is to be undone by the devils that call themselves Immaculates. Immaculate, even though they are so very violently flawed of mind and soul. Go on, do it. I have no fight left in me.
Great. I'm laughing about the second dialogue option. The stabbing can wait. For now, let us converse. I'm not an Immaculate imp, and I have no intention of killing you.
You're not? Could it be I finally meet some sanity in this twisted realm of fairy? By all means, let us talk then, and behave like civilized beings.
Let us talk like civilized beings sounds like we are now playing adults. So, what exactly happened to you?
Things of nightmare, human. They came here, your kind, because they were promised a special stone by the king of this land. We served him loyally, our sovereign, the great Boreas, but he betrayed us.
Why?
We were surrendered to the Immaculates so that they could slaughter us and fuel the stone with our blood. For what unholy purpose, I do not know.
Seems like the death count of the Immaculates is quite high. Like, how many people do they even have to kill to fuel just one stone?
Some of us rebelled and ran. Of course we did. But they've been tracking us through the storm. We were able to fight off and even kill a couple of our pursuers. But now, I fear I am the last one left.
Hope we can save him. Maybe take him to the end of time or something. Is there anything more you can tell me about Hiberheim?
You should have seen this land before Boreas seized power. Each and every season passed with utmost splendor. But now, there is only winter and snowstorms. The very elements have lost their minds, have come to life in terrible forms to battle one another. The land of Fairy, where fairies dwell, no more.
So wondering, like, what did Boreas get for giving the Imps to the Immaculates? What motivated him to do that? It may be part of him seeing power. What can you tell me about your kind and your link to King Boreas?
You must know that we imps have wandered many a world after our escape from demon overlords in the frightful dimension of Nemesis centuries ago.
Fun.
After long and arduous travels through untold earths, some of us ended up here in the land of Fairy. Boreas, not yet king at the time, welcomed us because he had heard of our reputation as master builders.
Sounds like Impri do have it hard in this world.
So we built him his fortress and his prison, riddled them with the traps and trickery he desired, and in return, we were given a new home. But we mistook his ambition for kindness. In blood did we pay for our gullibility.
Poor Imps. From the looks of it, you've had some trouble with the elementals too, right?
So I have. The fates must be conspiring against me.
Thing to say.
We barely managed to escape the knives of the Immaculates, only to be waylaid by elementals gone haywire. Luckily, they seemed to be as bent on one another's destruction as they were on ours. But the fact remains, I am the only one alive to tell the tale. It's all King Boreas' doing. It must be. He is the one who unleashed this storm, and he is the one behind all this elemental madness.
Can you tell me more about this special stone you mentioned? The one in the ritual?
I thought it was naught but a pretty jewel, said to have fallen from the sky. But when they poured blood over it, the stone seemed to soak it up with a greedy thirst indeed. It's like it became alive. It teemed with energy, like looking into the eye of a dragon. She smiled her wicked smile, the leader of the Immaculates. That woman is truly evil. She delights in slaughter and rivers of blood.
Yeah. For the greater good, or what did she say? Have you seen a white witch by any chance? Kara.
I haven't, no. But if you're looking for her around these parts, chances are she's been dragged into the dungeons of the king. He keeps a prison from which there is no escape. I should know. I built it.
Well, so maybe you can give me any tips. I need to find a way to the prison. Can you maybe help me since you've built it?
Yes, I can. But I must ask a price of admission. And that price is the death of Immaculates. They are still in the fire temple to the north. Wipe them out, and I'll lead you to the prison.
I also need to get into the castle, but I don't really know how. Any ideas?
The only way to get in that I know of is through the front gate. But it's unlikely you'll find it open. The Immaculates and Boreas have formed an alliance, though. Maybe they've been given a key.
Alright, I'll take my leave.
Back on my feet again.
Still rotting away.